Hello and welcome. This is the third interaction in this series, Admissions Insight. In this series, we interact with alumni and associates of top universities. In the past, we have covered two from US, one from Cornell University, another from Stanford University. Today, we are moving and covering higher education in UK. Now, with this, the intention is to provide valuable insights to students who are aspiring to join these institutions. And today, we have Dr. Rinsi Yesudas with us. She completed her master's in pharmaceutical sciences and management at the Kingston University in UK. Currently, she is working as a research assistant at the University of Oxford Hospitals. So, very warm welcome, Rinsi. We would like to know your journey. Let's first start with what is Kingston University? Could you describe to students who are looking from outside if they have no idea?
Thank you, Irfan, for this opportunity. Kingston University is a public research university which is located in Kingston upon Thames. It is southern west part of London. It was founded in 1899. They have innovation in teaching and vibrant student life. So it has 120 years of history now, and it is expanding.
Okay, good to know. And let's say you recently joined Oxford University Hospital. Could you describe your current work?
So presently, I'm working as research assistant with cancer pharmacy team at Oxford University Hospital. Basically, what our department does is it supports a broad portfolio of oncological clinical trials and research studies, which is we collaborate with multidisciplinary teams from Oxford University as well as the big companies all over the Europe. So basically, what we do is there are research that is going on in cancer field. They are in the last stage of clinical trials, so they send their drugs to us and we test them in the patients with their consent. I do the dispensing part of the work.
Today's session is mostly focused on when you started, let's say from India, and then you were applying to UK. So when this is started, then you had this idea that I need to go for higher studies in the UK. How was that period? Could you describe that?
When I applied for my MSc in pharmaceutical science with management in Kingston, I had already completed my PhD and I was on maternity leave with my first son. So that was very challenging time for me. So I had always dreamed to complete with pharmaceutical science. When I was looking through, so post-graduation was 1 year course, and it was offering a 2 years post-study work visa in UK. That is called PSW in UK.
Okay, so what was the preparation? Any additional exams, let's say IELTS or any other exam that you have completed? What
I applied for 6 leading universities. That is University College London, Kingston College London, University of Nottingham, University of Manchester, Kingston University, and University of Bath. That were the 6 I had applied for. And all of these required IELTS exam.
What was your score?
So it was 8.2.
Bands are in 8.5, but anyway,
Yes.
so they're around 8, right?
Yes, it was around 8.
For undergraduates, they have one app that calls UCAS. So you had similar for masters or the same app?
It was the same. UCAS is there for us as well. When I started looking for universities, I had to prepare SOP as well. There was a letter where we have to justify why I want to join this course, what's the reason.
Okay. And let's say at the UCAS, you just apply to 5 or 6 universities. That's the limit. Like there is a limit of 5 universities, right?
Yes, for undergrads it is, but postgrads, I think it is not there. We can apply for how many ever we want.
Okay, and let's say, what was your strategy? Let's say you are trying to target few universities. There are some safer universities, some ambitious universities. Let's say there was one pending issue that you have already completed your PhD. So how you're going to justify? So what was the route around in the personal statement that you focused and it worked?
Yeah, so when I was looking for the universities, I was looking through the modules that they were offering. So there were many universities providing with the same course, but I wanted a module which was totally focused on drug discovery. So that's how I landed up with these 6 universities, which I mentioned earlier.
Drug discovery.
There was The second thing was like, which are the leading universities? That is the second thing. So when I was writing the letter, I had to mention to them like why I wanted to join, because my PhD was in drug discovery for Alzheimer's disease. So I justified it to them that why I want to join this course at this university, because they were focusing to give this drug discovery module in theirs.
What are the four universities offered you?
So University of Nottingham, Manchester, Bath, and Kingston University.
And let's say how much it costed you? Was there any scholarship that was offered? Any tuition fee waiver was offered? How you manage your finances?
Like I had few criterias to check on. One is the finances for sure, and I was self-financing myself. Like my savings, my husband and my family, they were supporting me. I had no plan to take loans.
Okay, could you break it down? How much it costed finally your masters?
When the total fee was 15.5 lakhs, if I say in Indian currency, and then we had to show 8 lakhs of money in our bank account so that we can support our accommodation here, like the living expense for 1 year. So this was 1 year course. So after that, like there was visa fee, the tickets, and all other miscellaneous.
How different is the environment at Kingston versus what you are looking now at Oxford University?
Oxford University is far more research oriented than the academics. Like they are not always into academics. So once we come in UK, we realize we need to have two skills. One is the soft skills and one is the technical skills, we say.
Yes.
So technical skills are very much developed in Oxford University rather than Kingston University. Yes, that is a very big difference that I have seen in the people around these two universities.
Focus on research, innovation,
Yeah.
and frontier of science. That sort of training is a lot more at the Oxford. And Kingston,
Yeah, and exposure
regular
is more.
university that's imparting education to students.
Yes. So exposure to the students in Oxford University is far more than Kingston.
Okay.
So like big companies come into, and they have so much partnership with these pharmaceutical companies. When I talk about my field, I'll tell you about pharmaceutical companies. So there are around 800 clinical trials going on in Oxford University right now.
Today, after 2 3 years, you have some exposure at Oxford University Hospital, Kingston. So if you are applying today, would that change anything? You would apply to some different universities and you would do something very differently, or your personal statement would lean towards something else, or you will change course. What would that be? Let's say this as suggestions to students who are upcoming. They are looking to apply.
I would say don't look at the university rankings. So we fall for university rankings first. So better we focus on the universities that have industrial partnership. See, when we move to a different country, it's not just we want to gain just the academic knowledge. We want to get a job, gain a job, and stay in that country. We have to have that foot here. So for that reason, you have to have that industrial exposure. You have to have exposure with the expertise, like expert people, so that you can get not just in the universities where it is having a big ranking. There are universities which are providing more of placements more than other universities. Like if I say Kingston University, it doesn't provide you placement. You have to look for your own placement. It is that way. But there are universities, the smaller universities, that they provide with. So look on the universities where they help you with the placements, where there are industrial partnerships, where people come for conferences. There are like frequency of conferences is high because you can interact with them, you can gain knowledge from them, you can link to them. Plus I made a mistake, was like during my course I was just focusing on the numbers, like marks, like that's our Asian culture. Yes. So it's not that. You have to start developing your technical skills. Plus you have to have these certification courses done and build your resume before you leave the university. Plus there's one more thing. We should not start applying at the end of the course. We should, day one, you are in this country, you should start applying for your jobs, because it takes a lot, because from first failure you'll understand what all is required in your resume, and you understand what all you have to develop in. So that is what I would say the students who come in have to focus on. Like they have to focus what all will be required to get a job here, rather than just the academics. So yeah, that was mistake I did. I would prefer like people coming in should not do that.
Okay, so one more question. How you were already in a suburb of London, right? So
Yes.
does it matter more to be in London or Manchester, or any university that has a better industry partnership that is developing more on the technical skills that should be preferred?
I would say the industrial partnership is far better than being in London. In London, you can, like, if you are looking for IT jobs and any other sort of jobs, it is good. When I talk about my field, it will be like go to a place where they have industrial partnership, because they only can help you out to get a placement at the end of the day.
Okay,
Yeah.
one more thing you mentioned that start working on certification. So, what certifications are you talking? Like, there are standard certification one should complete in order to build resume for the industry and increase chances of job.
When I joined here, they were looking for certification called NVQ2 in pharmacy. So for that, you have to start working like when you go for part-time jobs, or do like I had gone for part-time, not part-time, but I volunteered here. So here I went for volunteer work, which was in a pharmacy. And then I got a NVQ2 certification, which takes 1 year of time. So that certification was the thing that helped me get this job. It
Okay.
was not any other things, because that's it. Like there are few certification that UK government or UK companies require, NVQ2, NVQ3, and there is HSPC if it is in the wet labs. So they need that certification. So all these certifications can be worked through during our part-time jobs.
So,
So
what's the difference? Why people are going to McDonald's? Because any research student would obviously prefer to go to some pharmacy, some technical company, than going to McDonald's and work there. So, why they are attracted towards that side? Maybe some early pay is there, and on this side, mostly unpaid internship.
there are unpaid internship. So what I did, that's why I said voluntary, because it was unpaid. One
Okay.
year I had to work unpaid, and then I
Okay.
got the certification. The other place, like they pay you, and there are like you can work for like 20 hours here during your course of graduation, graduation as well as post graduation. 20 hours is the limit. So that is paid in these MACD subways and all those things. So you
Okay.
can meet your expenses basically. I won't say that they can't get a part-time job in these pharmacy like setups, because they do get it, but that
Mhm.
is like 20 hours. You can get it 20 hours, and when you are at part-time, people will not provide you with NVQ2 certification, because they know like after part-time job you will leave.
Okay.
So they don't invest much, because the company as well has to like invest a small amount for
Mhm.
this certification from their side. So they will invest in a person who will stay there with them for longer duration. So that's the thing. Like part times people are doing in pharmacy as well, but the setup is little tensed over there.
Okay.
uh,
And are these at the campus job, or they can complete their part-time? They can also join part-time outside the university campus.
in UK, you can do university like the part-time jobs anywhere. There are like in universities also you have so many jobs which people go unaware of.
Okay.
Be it in library, volunteers, like there are students who are coming in every year, so you need to support them. So there are so many jobs over there as well.
Okay, that's a very good comprehensive summary, Lindsay. Thank you so much for joining today and then providing this information for anybody who may be looking to complete their masters or higher education in UK. Thank you so much for joining today. I'm very hopeful that this will be useful for students who are looking forward to study in UK. Thank you
Yeah,
so
thank
much,
you.
Lindsay. Have a great day.
Thank you for this
Bye.
opportunity.